G'day guys, welcome back. Thank you for watching my stupid contents. I do really appreciate it. Blues versus Highlanders, round, so like what, 5? Super Rugby. I tuned into this game, the same reason, I'm sure, as many of you, to see the Chockers choke again. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is, I came into this game with a bit of excitement, knowing that there could be a chance for the Chockers, the Blues, to choke again. But that didn't happen. And then also, just an added bonus, I thought I was going to see Beauden Barrett do some 5A shenanigans today. And that didn't happen either. Okay? What did happen is this game played 90 minutes for a bonus point. Okay? So, yeah, if if you came in expecting to see something different, you sure did get that. That's why we surely got this game, right? So, but basically what happened was the choking looked like what's gonna happen to the Blues once again. Okay, so Highlanders managed to basically claw back like a 2-try deficit to within 5 points reach with about 5 minutes left in the game, or like just over 5 minutes. The Blues were under the pump, giving away penalties again and again and again. Ben O'Keefe gave 3 penalties in a row. Ben O'Keefe the referee gave the Blues a warning, and it was looking like there could be a yellow card. And then eventually, what's his name? Shannon Frizzell busts through Papali'i out of all the people to score a try, and basically right under the sticks. And then Highlanders pulls 20 points to 25. 5 points in reach with 5 minutes to play, right? And it was looking like the choking was going to happen. The Blues were pretty dominant once again, especially in the second half over the Highlanders. And then the Blues made sure that didn't happen by scoring a try, basically like 2 minutes left on the clock. And that was basically it. Everybody was kind of like expecting the game to end. And then both teams, as the game's drawing to a conclusion, both team realizes that there's a bonus point to be played. The Blues could get a 3-try bonus point, and then the Highlanders could get a losing bonus point. So both teams decide to continue to play the game past the 80th minute, right? And this game just went on and on and on. On the 84th minute, it looked like Caleb Clark scored an intercept try. He was basically catches an intercept pass, runs like 50 meters, goes in for a try. Look, like game was over. Referee, I walked away, okay? I walked away to get food, and then I heard the referee talking. I ran back to the TV, okay? And then apparently there was a high tackle involving the Blues player, try denied, game back on. And then this was 84th minute, right? And then the game went on for another 6 minutes. Oh man, both teams look exhausted. And then eventually, I think it looked like the bodies just gave up from the exhaustion. There was finally a knock on, and then game over. Okay? Speaking of declined tries and controversies, there was another moment in the game that was pretty controversial. The second Plumtree try I thought was really controversial, not for the reasons that the commentators talked about. So essentially, the Blues were kind of like on the offense and was kind of like, not able to breach the Highlanders defense. And then Bryce Him drops the ball. Highlanders gets the ball. Imagine this, right? You set up, the ball was dropped like near the 22-meter line, essentially. So instead of getting the ball, do a boss kick like you would especially with an advantage. They're not going to be able to charge you down anyway, because there's no point. You should have just done a box kick with Aaron Smith from 22. Instead, he passes the ball to, I think it was Gregory. I think it was Gregory. But anyway, to one of the Highlanders players, and he kicks the ball out, right? And the referee says advantage over. But this kick was a pretty bad kick. You only went like maybe 10, 50 meters in front of the rock, and then it was like right down the middle of the field. So the Blues gets the ball, counter attack, immediately scores the try into the corner, and Aaron Smith with the screaming at the referee, no advantage. But the referee, Ben O'Keefe, wasn't having it. Try stands, and Highlanders were furious. And there was a lot of talk in the commentary about there was no advantage from the kick. So, a couple of things, right? First up, the Highlanders kicker, for some reason, stood like 15 meters behind the rock. He was literally inside his end zone when he received the ball. I honestly can't tell you why. He was standing so far back to receive the ball. So when he kicked it, he technically kicked the ball like 35 meters ahead of him. Like 35 meters or so. But the ball only went about 10-15 meters ahead of the rock because he's so far back into behind the rock. So from the referee's perspective, it had like an illusion that the ball went really, really far, but he actually didn't go that far in front of the rock, which the ball was previously stopped. So it looked like the ball went 35 meters, right? But he actually only went 10-15 meters in front of the rock. And it was really poor kick, straight down in the center of the field. And then that's probably where the confusion came in, where everybody was, all the commentary was like, oh, there's no advantage. The referee should have gone back. I thought that was like that could have been called back. But I thought just the way the Highlanders set it up made it look like it was a big kick. Okay, so yeah, I really don't know why the receiver was so far back in the end zone when they had the advantage, or why they didn't just do a box kick. And yeah, this was really, really weird. So what I thought was more controversial than this was leading up into the try. The winger from the Blues, he gets the ball out wide. What's his name? Talea, he gets the ball. He has, what's his name? Plumtree outside of him. He runs into the defender and he stiff arms the defender on the face. It looked like a jab. Literally looked like a jab. Smack the defender on the face. The defender literally face plants on the ground. And then he's able to kind of get himself out into a bit of space and then offloads into Plumtree. That should have been a penalty. That's a high... I'm sure it looked cool. It looked good. But in the current international standard, any contact to the head is a penalty. Like that is a penalty. At least in some parts of the world, could even been a yellow card for that. I've seen... what's his name? The Van der Merwe from the Scottish team are going to miss out his game this weekend against Italy because of like basically a fend to a player when he was running to a defender. But he was more, instead of a face palm to the face, he was more like a kind of like a forearm to the face when he was trying to fend someone off. He got a red card. I think he got a red card for that. So he's getting a match ban for that. But yeah, this is definitely a penalty. You cannot contact players' head in any circumstances under the current law. I thought that should have been a no try because of that, not because of the advantage over. Because I thought the kicking did go. It was a poor kick, but you know I've seen this. You know the in terms of actual distance that it went, I thought it was sufficient enough to say that. Yeah, I thought it was a 50-50 call. I thought that probably, you know, I probably could have called a no advantage in many other circumstances. Like if that was a kick in center field, that would have been advantage over. So just because you did a poor kick doesn't really mean it's advantage. You get the advantage back. It's kind of your own problem. You had the advantage. You had the opportunity. The advantage is for you to take the kick, not the quality of the kick. So that's the way I interpret it. It's just the fact that you did a poor kick. That's just your that's your advantage gone, essentially. Once you take the kick, the advantage is gone. That's my interpretation. So yeah, this was again where I guess overall Blues finally wins 4 tries to 2. The kicking game was pretty good from the Blues overall. The Highlanders were struggling the high ball a lot. One of the Highlanders players was like really under the pump from the high balls, was not able to, like it was a number of times where the Blues were able to score. I think the Ioane try, basically where Blues put a high ball and then Highlanders players was not able to catch that, and then the Blues just basically recovers from that and then scores a try because of the like defense was, you know, trying to track back. There was no one defending essentially. So yeah, that was I thought it was, yeah, it was, you know, interesting game. I thought it was a bit scrappy for both teams at times. Blues did pull it together in the second half. Highlanders looked, yeah. I thought the high ball was really disappointing to see. I thought Highlanders should have managed that a little bit better. And yeah, there was a penalty try for the Highlanders. I thought the penalty try was a bit hard done by. Like, I mean, on camera, it didn't really look like he pulled it down. But the referee on the field, basically it was a maul on the field, said the maul was pulled down. Penalty try for the Highlanders. I thought that was a bit hard done by. Yeah, so, yeah, there you go. That's kind of like the game. 4 tries to 2. Blues gets the dub. No choking, no burden barrier. 90-minute game. Bit of a controversy. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, guys, and cheers.